Yes, thank you. There we go. And there's me as well. I thought I'd just leave that there, because I know that I'm not the only one that has been waiting for that severely eagerly. So, yeah. Today, I think we need to continue the outpost here at the Northern Forest. And this kind of makes my life slightly easier in that regards. Just slightly. Not a lot. It's not like it's gonna save me like hours of putting down foundations. They even improved it since the last time I used it. Anyhow, welcome so much to Wally, Glass Deviant, Ethgao. Yeah, I think I got it there. Dark Rogue. Addicted to Capping is here as well, I can see. Welcome to all of you. I don't know if the bot's going to work with the actual notifications, so triple ping might be the thing tonight. This is also very unusually late for me to start. It's only for the, or Z. How is that in Spanish? I mean, isn't the S like... It wouldn't be escao, would it? It would be like more escao. No, it's kind of... the It is escao. Okay. Interesting. You live and you learn. And I might have a thing about languages. I might enjoy languages more than the average person. The answer to that, Addicted, is on... It's up there. I don't think we need to go into more details than that. Where was I? Escao is Euskara and not Castellan. Ah. But it would be Mexican, of course. Not Mexican. It is Mexico. Right? Euskara is the language of the Basque country. Ooh. Right. Now that's probably a beast of its own in regards to having to deal with languages. Well, of course, Mexican would be English, but so would it be Mexicano? Because if I don't recall wrongly, it is the X is pronounced as an H in Mexico. I also watch General Pedro, who has made my channel logo and the paw emote. And I had him say Tenochtitlan to me once, and I probably butchered that completely already in just my pronunciation there. The Aztec language is really interesting. Teatlan. Teatlan. Okay. Teatlan. Teatlan. Probably butchered it a bit still, but then again, I'm not a native speaking. Teatlan. Tlan. I don't know the semicolon there. But yes, it's always fun to have other people speaking or trying to pronounce things from your tongue. Tenoch or Tenok. Tenok or Tenok. Tea the drink. Tea. Tenok. Aha, Tenoch Titlan. Tenoch Titlan. Well, okay. I think I'm gonna skip that one. Just ask the questions, Addicted. Perfect. Oh, wow. Impressed myself now. Tenoch Titlan. Yes, we are language nerding here tonight, Wally. Reflection on the last A, so Tenoch Titlan. Tenoch Titlan. The TL thing is a bit confusing to me. Me keyboard, yeah. So I recorded my episode number 6, and lo and behold, the aluminium had stopped up. The aluminium had stopped up because I had missed some belts that were too low tier, so I was lacking 180 bauxite, which had everything backing up. I will try it, but I think we'll avoid going into a long thing about how to pronounce that one. But Parukatiri Mikwaro. That is my attempt. I'm sure you would. And we're going to make this thing, this little beast here. This little beast here is going to require high-speed connectors. High-speed connectors we are not going to produce out here. We are going to fetch them from the base. And I think that... yeah, I figured. It's like the German word that... Malarian was... was it Malarian? I think... no, it wasn't Malarian. I don't remember who it was, actually. That word is impressive. And yes, it is one word. And it's pronounced Rindfleisch Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. I've mostly gotten that one down. Then again, German being similar to Norwegian, that helps. Malarian had to help me pronounce it. I was in a voice chat with him because it was on the redefining language thing that I did with Catherine. It flows naturally off the tongue, Glassdeviant. Rindfleisch-Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabensübertragungsgesetz. It just flows out. There's no problem with the throat whatsoever. Yeah, see? Good evening food as well. 10, yes. Or 1 tentacle 0. That also works. Hi, Dad. Okay. That's the first. High-speed connectors. And we also need stators. Those we can produce out here. That depends. Let's talk about that in private, shall we? How many electromagnetic control rods do we need? That is a very good question. Well, Norway's borders is shut down at the moment, so, you know, it would be hard. It's gonna be that way for a long time. Plague and everything. Might be something to look forward to, though. Sneak in... or sneak me out. Yeah, that... Well... The Mormon Tentacle Choir. I like this. I really like this. Yeah, it's good that I did that ping, because the bot is certainly not working as it should today. Ah, well. We need to have... Why is this so difficult? We need to take a look at this. And we also need to take a look at this. The turbo fuel gens make the same amount of power that a regular fuel gen makes. There is no difference in the output. The only difference is how much it burns. Yeah, in Norway, the Janssen vaccine has basically been rejected on the same grounds as the AstraZeneca vaccine. Being that the vector-based vaccines can cause issues with blood clotting and low blood platelets. Never mind the low chance of that. But the EU is different. Norway is not the EU. We are not... Norway is tentacle, but we are not part of the EU. So the only two vaccines that are approved in Norway is Pfizer and Moderna. Those are the only two, the mRNA-based vaccines. And again, they are the ones that at least have the least side effects that we know of, since mRNA is a completely new technology. We don't know if they might have any long-term effects, but I mean, considering how things are now, I'll probably get the Pfizer one sometime this autumn. Yeah, I'll tell you in 10 years. Uranium fuel rods. Yeah, we've had 4 deaths in Norway from AstraZeneca. All of them women. All of them young, like in their 30s. I think one of them were in their 40s. And also, it was the Norwegians who... or it was Norwegian doctors who discovered what happens. What is causing the combination of blood clotting and low blood plates. I mean, if you look at it from a medical position, if you get both of them at the same time, how can you treat the blood clots? Since what the thrombolysis treatment is basically reducing blood platelets through medication, and you can't really give that type of medication if someone already struggles with having low blood plates. So yeah. Yes. That's basically the thing, though. That's what happens. In the few cases that has been regarding both the Janssen vaccine and the AstraZeneca vaccine, is that it's an immune response in the patients where they're having a severe immune response, which means that they would very likely have had the same immune response if they had actually contracted COVID. So it's yeah. I have opinions about the entire thing, but I don't think the stream is a good place to to say too much about it. Yeah, exactly. Well, according to the Norwegian scientists, medical scientists, they weren't infected by the virus itself. It was a severe immune response that happened based on the vaccine. What is an unknown factor, though, is whether they had COVID before. Like, say you got the shot in January, I think it was January or February, where we started using the Astra in Norway, because it was delayed. And we had these incidents in March, the beginning of March. And say that these people had COVID in June or April last year. That could trigger a stronger immune response, according to the research that I read. So it's so many unknown factors. But that's the thing with the entirety of COVID as well. There are so many unknown factors that 1 year ago we were literally just fumbling in the darkness. We had no idea what we were dealing with, and yeah, exactly. That's basically what happened to the people who got that condition. It has a name now. I don't remember what the name was, though. Even if I did, it would be the Norwegian name of it. I do not qualify for the vaccine yet either, and Norway is actually considering. I would be in the next batch, but it depends on what our equivalent to the American CDC or the European EMA comes up with. We have a national agency for that, obviously, like I guess all countries do. And they are seriously considering switching around everything so that when they have vaccinated the people in the age group of 45 to 55, which is the current group up next, I would be qualifying for getting a vaccine in June, provided that the current expected deliveries from Pfizer and Moderna holds up. That's always something that I don't take for granted. They say that, oh, we're going to give you 750,000 doses in May. Yeah, you've said that a couple of times now, that you're going to give us that number of doses or some number of doses, and then suddenly when the month comes, sorry, we cannot deliver more than 30 or 40% of what we projected. We apologize. So, but anyway, I would be June by the current timetable, but they are trying to switch it around, or considering switching it around, so that they will give the vaccine to young people before they go back to the age group above 30, which I think is a very good idea, because the younger age group are the most liable to be asymptomatic, and thus they don't even know that they can infect people. So I hope that they actually do that, because that would end the entire thing quicker. Yeah. And that's probably what has happened a couple of times since we have gotten less. Which is, when they have signed a contract, they've signed a contract. There's not much we can do about that. Anyhow, let's get back to the electromagnetic control rods. I need them, specifically I need them for fuel units. That's basically what I need them for. And I also need them to open the next tier milestone. So I think that one production row of electromagnetic control rods should be fine. Now I'm producing 26 high-speed connectors. You're looking at my Excel sheet currently. And this is my browser. This is satisfactorycalculator.com, which is definitely a very useful site for many things. So, there. But this is indeed Excel. But if I'm producing 26 of those, I don't have a button for it. If I'm producing 26 of those, what else do we need the high-speed connectors for? I might have to set up an additional line of high-speed connectors, actually. That one is out of the question. This one is the one we're going to run with. I might want to change to that recipe, but heat sinks, I don't think so. Okay. Well, maybe I need an additional line of high-speed connectors. But we'll see. Because basically what I need them for is the electromagnetic connection rod recipe to make those electromagnetic control rods. That's the main thing I need to take into account now. And if I have 26 in production, I could potentially go up to 24. But I think I'll just go to 20. So if I want to have if I want to have 20 of those being used, I'm going to have 5 machines of these. It's going to be 5 assemblers set to the electromagnetic connection rod. And welcome, Mad Demon, as well. Yeah, uranium is something that I'm going to play around with after I've done the final tier opening. Depending on the space elevator stuff. That will require 30 stators. Oh, 8 by 5 is 40. 40 stators and 20 high-speed connectors. Well, that demote combo you had there looks like me eating pizza. You're spot on with that. Now for the stators, we have the quickwire stator, which would produce what we need. I could do direct insertion with that one. But that would require $300 quickwire. And it would also require 16 times 5 is 80 steel pipe. That's not a problem. And the quickwire is not a problem because we have several Caterium nodes. I'm using both actually. Both paper and in-game notes. And I have this thing here that I'm just making temporary notes on now for what I need. So I could use 5 of these. We have the Caterium available. Or I could use this one, where I would need 8. That one is probably better. 8 of these. Let me just do a quick... twits, yes. So 8 assemblers. Stator. That would mean a meager 8 by 15, 120 steel pipe. Now, there is something that I noticed, but sadly I can't do it in there. But that thing can do things here. I didn't know that. I wonder if it works. It does. If you click N, you actually have an in-game calculator by default. Anyways. Stator. No, I did not mean to click that. I think I crashed the game. No, I didn't. It was just to autosave. So the other recipe would be 40. I should be able to do that in my head. 320 wire. That's not bad. I mean, that's pretty simple. Because at the outpost that I already built for Quickwire, the Caterium outpost, I can produce more than 10,000 Quickwire. That's why. So the reason why I would use it is to save space. Because I don't need to produce 50,000 Quickwire. And Caterium is used for one thing and one thing only. Quickwire. It's the only component Caterium is used for that you need in your manufacturing lines. As a matter of fact, I think it's the only thing Caterium is used for, period. Yep. There's nothing else. You can use it for wire. I have no idea why you would. That would be absolutely silly, in my opinion, when you have the iron wire recipe. But, I mean, if you were in a situation where you did not have access to iron, which I cannot understand how you would end up with that because there's iron everywhere. But... the other recipe is what I was going to be looking at. The Quickwire Stator. That requires 16 times 5. Again, I should be able to do this in my head. But never mind that. That would be 80 steel pipes. And 300 Quickwire. So I would save the space that 3 assemblers take. Well, you did that on purpose because you wanted to use all of the recipes that you hadn't used. So that's a valid reason, if any. You also did the rubber plated copper sheets thing, which is... But if you have a mission to try to use the recipes, of course you do. But I'm gonna go with the basic recipe here. I'm gonna go with the steel pipe. I have 1,080 steel being produced just down to our left on the screen there, over there. It's kind of hard to know where to point, because that way is not the way that is the way it is. I should try to see if I can I do? No. No. No, I apparently cannot switch the camera around. Shame. Be nice. Anyhow. Well, the other thing, I agree, it's not a good recipe, Avatarianox, but the other thing is you also save space. Because so if you're in a very tight spot where you don't have room for things, you can have a lot more compact of a build. That's the only reason why I would use it. However, the one thing that I don't remember exactly how I was going to do is... which way are these going? They're going that way. So... No, I'm not gonna deconstruct the thing in the column. Might as well just remove these two. I was watching Nilaus play a little bit yesterday, and he did something that I found very interesting. Thank you so much for giving me that back. And I'll show you. I'm not going to be doing that in my factory, I think, because I don't have a need for it, but I liked the idea. I'm so happy to have Smart back. So you guys know how I've been struggling with the glass foundations not giving me a grid. Oh, you're more than welcome, Addicted. If you put a frame foundation underneath a glass foundation, or you should rather clip it into it. It's hard. Let's do it the other way around. There was a way. There. And voila. You actually get a grid. Oh, that's not here, Phasian. So the thing there is, that's one use of the frame foundations that I really liked. This makes for a much better grid view of when you are using the glass foundations, which I approve of. What did I just do? No idea. Yes, that is what I responded to. That is not here. That's none of my business. I was not involved in that. So I'll leave that to the person or the people who are involved in it. I do not want to be entangled in that kind of mess. People who want to get entangled in that can do that on their own volition. I don't. Anyhow, so what I was talking about when I was... I am entangled. Yes. I was talking in the episode 6 that I recorded today, when I was showing off this segment of the base, how I could either go out that direction and build... I can understand that. I can understand that very well. I'll update you on it. Exactly that, Addicted. Drama breeds drama, and I don't want to be involved in it if I can avoid it. The other way that I could build this base is go out this way. Now, there are arguments for both, and I'm happy that there are so many of you here because you can give me input and feedback. The thing with building the factory out that way, there's two things that I have as, let's call it, objections to building the factory out that way. I also have pros, so let's call them cons. The first con of building it out that way is that is what Wally did in his series, and actually there's 3 cons. And it's fun to do something different so that people get to see different builds. Not that someone hasn't done what I am proposing to do in the other direction. You know, so that's con number 1. It's not a very important one. I know Wally don't mind, and I also wouldn't build the same way Wally did because we have different build styles, however similar they might be. We are both very nitpicking, and we want our belts and stuff to be straight and angled and... Well, that I'm not too concerned with, because then I couldn't play this game, considering that there has been a couple of instances where I was completely and utterly stuck and totally dependent upon the Arch Heretic to help me out. Aluminium. The con number 2, that also has a pro attached to it, so it's like a double-sided medal. This landscape is rather bleak, but the other side of the medal is I was going to build the train underneath it, so it would be kind of cool to have the train coming in underneath the base. Con number 3, and this is the most important one. I have the smelting lines here, and I will have copper smelting lines there. That means that getting the products in here and then up to the base, up there, that's gonna be inconvenient, shall we say? So the other way would be to have all of the smelting in this segment here, and then the smelting for steel there. I might have to add another line of steel smelters there. If I do it that way, I'm going to have to turn that belt around and go up that way. Now, I could have parts of the base underneath the main train, but I would have to stop, like that column there would be the corner of a floor going out. But then we would have a platform that would extend to the other side of this valley or downhill thing, where we could be looking down through the glass. And in addition, we would have this forest as a view. In addition to having the mountainside there and the rocky desert as a view, as compared to the view over here. But it will also make, and the waterfall, yes, very much the waterfall, as opposed to this rather bleak and desolate view that we have over here with toxic lakes and mushrooms and large mesas and yeah, no, this is not a very pleasant place to look at whatsoever. We'd still get that, but the greenery that was kind of the point of going out here would kind of disappear. But I'm very open to input here. If you guys think it would be better to build this way, then sure. I can find a way to get the belts in. I could just have several foundations wide here so that we could have the belts coming in and then up to the train station. But I think I would prefer to go that way because of the view. I would have to remove a couple of the trees, but not many. Would be the ones that are too high, like a couple. That one, and that one would be do it, Caledorn, do it. Okay. Is that do it to mean that do it, build that direction? Okay. Well, I cannot object to that. How much concrete do I have? Well, I could have seen that there. 2,558. We're just gonna build a small stretch here now. That is just so pleasant. Yeah, we would mostly have a nice view. Yeah, I think this is going to work rather nicely. Oh yes, I have been whining about that incessantly after they released update 4 on experimental. Poor Buttspot. Although, what he did, right, I'm going to read out loud. Because this guy who came in was one of those wanna become famous with a link and buy followers and crap. Buttspot's response to that was, wanna become tentaculous. By tentacle lovers and views on followed by link. I like that. I mean, it couldn't be much better than that. There we go. Just a little wee ban. I think you're on mobile, Wally. There we go. And there we go. It's going to look very interesting. Those trees will have to go, but... okay. Thank you. I'll just leave that to you when you're around then. What scares you about streaming Addicted? Bot fight indeed. I would say Buttspot got the best of that. That's 5. But I'm down to 98 concrete. I think it's because of the time slots, Wally. Pretty sure that the bot people don't waste their computing energy on time slots that are not really that lucrative. Although they should actually be focusing their efforts at those time slots. It's very simple. It's literally write in chat /ban space and the nickname. So you shouldn't be scared about that. I can do this from up here, can't I? I can. Although it would probably be a wiser idea to do it from over there. Must... Oh, gods, the lens flare. Doing it from up here is rather risky. I might have this end up somewhere it shouldn't. Yeah, you can also just right-click their nickname. But you do have bots, which are not at all difficult to set up, that can help you with what happened there. I've set it so that people who are subscribed to the channel are allowed to post links. Although, if someone posts something that is not in line with what I would consider okay, it wouldn't matter if they were a subscriber. I would still warn them and remove whatever they posted, obviously. Yes, I think it's already an employee there, to be honest. I'm pretty darn sure of it. Okay, so now we have a good foundation layout. 2 zoned in. Yeah, that works. Now it's time to go ballistic. Quite literal. Bump. I think all of these trees... Well, I'm gonna clear out these trees because I think that they are clipping no matter. No idea where that ended up. Fire in the tentacle, indeed. Good, you can't damage your own machines. Because I think that Nobelisk went over to the miners. Yeah, that doesn't sound too unlikely, would it? Although the spelling would be a little bit different. Oh, hello. Pleasure to see you as well. Just because there's a slug nearby, you don't take that out on me. Yeah, I should have done that, but I was distracted by heretical creatures. Stop sending your minions after me, Wally. It's very inconvenient. I'm gonna blow up something, not throw up something. I'm gonna blow up something somewhere. God knows where. I think mostly. Yeah, I thank you for the recommendation, but streaming with those kinds of mods, Smart is the furthest I will go in regards to mods that can be considered cheaty, because otherwise, you know, reputation, that kind of thing. Smart mod I can defend very easily because of hand/wrist health issues. But I would not be able to defend the Better Blade runners. This tree has to go as well. I have seen it, and I have drooled at it, but it just doesn't sit well with streaming/recording.
Not all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow, Conian. I think that's it, Conian. And daylight, yes. I could get the daylight stuff. Call you Q. Well then. Oh dear. Does that make me Picard? Wally. Why? Why? The Q is here to harass the Picard. Now, unless you have watched Star Trek, Q, then you would not know what I'm referencing, and it probably makes no sense to you. So welcome to the stream, Q, and also welcome to Dad Humor United. That would be referencing chat. I take no responsibility for these guys. You know, young people mostly hasn't. I do agree, it is irresponsible, yes. I love the response there. Oh, please, who hasn't seen Star Trek? Perfect, excellent response. Very much in line with Q. I think that's exactly how you would say it. Oh, please. I don't think I want an 8x4 foundation. That might be a little bit too much. I do have far too much hair to be Picard, but I could be young Picard. I mean, there was a time when he did have hair. I think the Janeway harassment were the best ones, especially when he left his son with her. Okay. A little bit annoying that the key that you have to press to get the Smart Foundation to work is Shift. So I keep turning off Run. Although I do not care because I have Smart. As long as you don't say that I'm Shinzon. Come on, you've watched the episode where they turned into a pack of children. He had hair. Okay. So the first thing we have to set up is... Yes, but the thing about Picard, or rather Patrick Stewart, is that if you look at an actor and you were to say someone has that timeless look, he looked the same for what? 50 years? 60? He didn't age. It's only in the recent year that you actually start noticing that he's getting old. Okay, so if I have to have more smelting lines, how many foundations does that take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should start somewhere like here. Although I would have to get more coal up, which would be annoying. I think I'll just use this thing here as a break point. What am I making here? I am making steel pipes, I think. Well, those I made in constructors. Not a lot. Yeah, the glass floors are part of the game. Sorry, I missed that because I was too focused on this. I haven't added any items to the game. The only thing that I have added in via mods is the ability to place multiple nations. Or multiple anything, I think? I believe I can place several of these as well. Oh dear. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, 20 per minute. I need 120. 300. Is that correct? Am I producing 1080? 740 divided by 40 is 19.5. Multiplied by 60. $770. $770? Huh? That's not the number I got when I did this. $19.5. Have I built the wrong number of... No? $19.5. I've built the wrong number of foundries. Oh, blah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I'm supposed to have 20. Okay. Guess we'll have to remedy that then. There we go. Now, 780 divided by 60 is 13. Why do I click Alt-Tab? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, I'm going to have to build... Actually, I have to do this entirely over again. But let's do this one first. That's height 4. Then we go to height 5 on this one. Okay, so I really like the new holograms, but they, as I mentioned in the previous stream, the holograms make it a little bit more difficult to see the arrows on the splitters and mergers, which isn't ideal. Now, is this correct? 13 of these are going to produce 780. So that is correct. I love how chat turned into a total and utter breakdown of nerdhood. And that's not a joke, I mean that. I love how chat actually went into a total and utter breakdown of nerdhood. Remove these. And then we have to add the lifts. It's fun. Usually easier to add from the ground level, but I just can't be bothered with that right now. That's not correct. No idea what that snapped to. One of these goes there, and the other one goes to the other one. I have no comment on this food. Oh dear. Yes, this is normal for my chat. That's the worst part of it all. This is not uncommon. And yes, it is actually pretty tame. This is where the things happen. I go by the nickname Lord of Tentacles. Oh my. Sheesh.
As a rule, I don't sprout tentacles, but in your case, I'll make an exception.
Conin has been knighted.
Thank you so much for the subscription. And I guess you probably are getting the point here now. Tentacles are a theme.
What do you mean there's an octopus on my face?
How did I get the packager on there?
What do you mean there's an octopus on my face?
This would be 1070, and I would need to have 19.5, which would produce 1070. Wally, can you confirm that my math is correct? I think it's on cooldown.
It's not easy being green.
Or, I don't know, doesn't it work?
Face tentacles. We do not have face tentacles. If we did, that would mean Draenei are secretly emissaries of the Void, gaining your trust as we infiltrate your society so that we can bring about its end. And I'm certain you're not implying that, are you?
But then it has to be minus 30, so it is 1140. Because it'd probably be simpler just to do 19.5 multiplied by 60. It is 1170. Okay. Let me check if the sound effects aren't working. It shouldn't be that much of a delay. Oh, there is a 1 minute cooldown. Yeah, now I have 19.5 machines, since I clocked one of them to half, so I just multiply by 60, which is the output of a full machine, so... The Dreadlord is I only have that.
Yes? For the last time, I'm a Dread Lord, not a Drug Lord.
Oh, yes, it is actually there. But Wally's on cooldown. Not sure why I have a cooldown there. But I can't set the cooldown to be less than a minute. For some reason. Oh well. Yeah, I think it's a per person cooldown too. And a per command. So 19.5 multiplied by 60 should be...
Not easy being green.
1170. That one has a cooldown of 1 minute too. So I'm going to have 780 coming out on level 4. And then 1170 minus 780 is 390. Which means that in my spreadsheet I actually need 2 of these. Probably show you guys this. I know that chat is above it, but... So that would be 13 on one of them, and then 6.5 on the other. And 780 divided by 40, no. 40 times 13 is 520. Yeah, this factory is, as you can see down here, I have multiple tabs for this factory, so it's extensive. This is the main base lower floor, this is the main base upper floor, this is the main refinery, this is the outpost we're currently at, this is the various other outposts I have, and yes, this is Excel. So 40 times 6.5 should be 260, which would be correct because 780 minus 520 is 260. And that would be outputting 60 times 6.5, 390. Good. Okay. So I had 2 belts like that. Now this thing here is completely useless. I could change this to look more normal now. But I cannot be bothered. I like that the belts are full before the ghost is done. Why didn't that work? I used to have it all on one spreadsheet, but I discovered that was inconvenient, so I stopped that practice. Now, if we go to the constructors, we are going to see that for the steel pipes... Is there an alternate recipe for steel pipes? Probably. No, there isn't. So each of these take 30 per minute. We can have 13 of these. And what? I'm just gonna remove this entire row. I'm gonna replace it with these. And the reason for that is so that I can have kind of like lanes where the belts can go. But you know, the strange thing in all of that, Dilara, is that I am not a very mathematically adept person. As a matter of fact, I hated mathematics in school. I really, really hated it. But this I like too. It's the same with me. The splitter should be there. Means that the constructor can safely be lodged there. That should give me the ability. Yep. Let's try this. Okay. It's a bit annoying that you keep falling down, but so I need 12 of these. 9, 10, 11, 12. How isn't that convenient? It could only copy the recipe as well, it would be even more convenient. But of course I placed them wrong. However, that's not such a pain anymore as it used to be. because that's just wonderful. I don't know what the hotkey for the splitters would be. I haven't read the key. It is. But then I would have to... Okay. Does that actually... Oh, wow. Okay. That kind of changes life a bit, although it did... Okay, let's try that one more time. The distance is 4. It would have to be there, and I need 13 of them. I need the distance to be 4 meters, and I need to be 4 in... Oh my god. Oh dear, yike. This is gonna change how I play the game. So much time saved. Thank you for telling me that. And good if you tentacle it. It's always good if you tentacle it. Is that the correct height? Yep. I don't suppose... No, it doesn't work with the lifts. Sadly. I had to try. And there you go, I could even have done that. But then I would have to know the height. I would have to calculate that out. Oh. Shoggoth on the roof. Haha. Hey, mate. See here. Bye. That's not the right thing to chime in on Butspot, but sure. M key for options, okay. Subscribe to Smart YouTube channel and become a certified smart professional. I don't think I need to subscribe to their channel to be a mod. Hey Zian, you're being weird again. Caledorn said sternly. Note to Butspot. We don't need you to add tentacles to tentacles. Butspot obviously doesn't agree with that. Does this need to be a Mark V belt? No, it really doesn't. It comes in waves, you can't help it. Well, I did add it at the wrong height, so... because it was supposed to be one higher up. I have to do it over again. If I could just mass deconstruct without having to do it like this, it would be even quicker, but... yeah, no. Tent deception, like nausea. Wally, you're being weird again. After all, we must be fair here. That should be a Mark 1 power pole now, and we should have a brand new Mark 2 power pole here. Then we need a Mark 2 power pole there, and you should be downgraded to a Mark 1 power pole, and we probably need to connect up the belts. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, Glass. You have a good rest, and I hope you feel better when you wake up again. Okay, so there's this nightmare. Two, 4, 2, 4, 5. Autosave incoming. Banana sandwiches. How are we even coming up with these things? Is that a thing in the US? Peanut butter with banana? Apparently that triggered Gizmo. You guys probably didn't hear him, since I now have a microphone that doesn't pick up everything around me in a 100-meter radius. And I need to get used to the smart thing, because I could have just put those down and done... Shift-Alt thing. Yeah. Oh, how I... That actually, for some reason that works. But I'm going to remove it because it looks stupid. I wish they would add the snap lines to the foundries. Now I can use this. 1, 2, 4. It even tells me up in the right corner there. 5. I like to have peanut butter with cherry jam. We don't have Jello in Norway, at least not that I'm aware of, and I think that Jello would be way too sweet for me. And peanut butter with bananas doesn't really sound that bad, to be honest, now that if I'm going to be a bit more serious about it. I mean, I've heard worse suggestions. Okay, so I'm going to need power pole Mark 2 there, and we need to remove that line and hook these up so that we can get power down here. Then we can continue downwards. This line with power. Probably should continue to hook up these power lines then. Now, pickle, that's something you won't get me to eat whatsoever, at least not if it's like pickled whatever actually. Things in vinegar. Right? Yeah, this is difficult. Each of them is 2.5. Or 2. If each of them is 2, then I need this to be at 10? No, 8. I should probably have tested on 1 first. Now it's not giving me a number. 6, 8, is that correct? That is correct. So height 8. (13), 4, 8. And this belt can be Mark 4. Okay, this... What they've done with Smart since I originally played with it, which basically was just a foundation placement mod, is... I'm impressed. I am indeed impressed. Of course, I've been fiddling with it a lot, but we all like fiddling. Yeah, when I played with Smart the last time, it was actually called Smart Foundations. So after that, they updated it to be Smart. So it only did foundations, nothing else. And by the time they continued to develop it into doing other things, I had stopped playing again. A wild Catherine has appeared. Everyone run for the hills. It's that's dangerous. Okay, now we have... I suppose we should say welcome. That probably would be the polite thing to do. The merger 1, 2. 13 of those. 4 meters distance. And the height should be 6. Yep. Hello, KOS Tentacle, your Factorio with a tentacle. The bot has it right. For Factorio videos are tentacle, yes. Yes. I do agree. It's particularly the ones where I am involved, where we do the, or where I did, the very botched and failed attempt at trying to convert them to the way of the tentacle. Those rude biters. Although I've never really understood why they felt that showing me their behinds was a good response. 14. Always round up. Several, that's a good response too. I am that Caledorn. I am the Tentacle Lord to Caledorn, who have done, well, since the word several was raised, several collaborations with Catherine, also including several Factorio series. They are my tentacle clones, of course. Of course. As a Tentacle Lord, clones is a very important part of life. I should probably add this to the spreadsheet as well. Now things are really getting serious, because now we have to add a new 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. So this will now be the production lines. And then we can go to the main base lower floor and we can find the steel pipe and copy that and go back to Fabrik Peps, paste it in, 13. The numbers there are 720 steel ingots for steel pipe. I think that I've got something wrong there. I can look into that later. So they take 13. Which should be 390? Yes? No, it is correct in the base. 390, no, yeah. And that gives us 260 steel pipe, of which we are going to use 120. Your brain didn't brain right. I like this this new newly coined term. And I'm not surprised that Catherine enjoyed it as well. I mean, it's not unheard of. One, two. So this comes out here. Now, I suppose I could put this in a container. Keyword there being could. I'm not going to. Okay, the next thing that we are going to need is iron wire. And to get iron wire, we are going to build a line of foundations here. Iron wire, I've never actually used that recipe. It takes 12.5 iron ingots per minute to produce 22.5 per minute. Now I could simplify this by simply just doing this, which would mean 10 to 20. But I don't think that's necessary. How much wire am I going to need to produce? I'm going to need to produce 320. So 320 divided by 22.5 is 14.22222. That means that the 15 machines with the last one clocked at 22.2222. Did I ask Gizmo for the numbers? You lost me there, Catherine. My apologies.
It's not easy being green.
I don't think so. He's not here. The other way I could do it is by building 16 machines. Doesn't matter. So I need 15 machines. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Which direction do you want me to go? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. These has to go. They also have to be replaced by... And... Wait, I need one more, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This one should be set to iron wire, and the clock speed should be 22.2222. There you go. That's a .22222 machine, Catherine. Happy to serve. Mission accomplished. Am I on point tonight? A sideshow gig running here. On point, dude. Ah, dear. That was a bad one, but you made me laugh. So mission accomplished, I presume. KOS gets naughty in Twitch chat. Hashtag sexy numbers. I suppose we could do that? I don't know. Hashtag sexy numbers. The things you do not expect to ever happen. No. Oh. I should learn to put down the power pole first. But I'm not going to redo the entire thing. Even though it is simple to do with the smart, but I've set all the machines to the correct numbers and I just cannot be bothered. Yes, Wally, I know it's heresy. I don't even have to read chat to know that the comment is coming. Oh, you can't be bothered either. Well, that's why it would be heresy, because when you can't be bothered, then it is heresy. Yeah. I had a brain not being brain or doing brain moment there. I lost my brain of thought. Or my brain of train. I don't know. Brain didn't brain. Which brings up a new thing. You can adapt that to the trains in Satisfactory, since they usually have issues doing what trains are supposed to do, so you could also say that the train didn't train. Ah. Now I feel smart. How is that even possible? What the heck? That shouldn't be possible. Trains Not Training is the title of your Factorio game. Well, it could be the title of this Satisfactory series as well, that's for sure. But then again, it could be the title of any Satisfactory series that uses trains. But it is very important, it's a feature, not a bug. Yeah, blueprints and trains have the signals. That's the hard part with the trains. See, I'm going to need how many iron ingots there? Might be an idea to check that out first. Iron wire. 12.5. Go away. 14.2222. Can I copy this? No, of course I cannot copy that. 177.777775. That's a very interesting number. I don't think that's right. Uh, 22.5. No. 14.222222 multiplied by 12.5. It is correct. $866.3636363634 circuit boards. That is indeed a number. But I am very amused by this 177.77777777777778. Oh gods, I've turned into a text-to-speech thing now. Oh dear. I didn't intend to. I think I'm just gonna... I think I'm just going to say easily that I need 178. Yeah, I don't know how many circuit boards I'm... Oh, one full Mark 5 belts of copper ore. I'm using the... Let's see, what am I? I'm using the silicon circuit board. So I'm just using 780 copper sheets. But it is 28.3636 assemblers. It's producing 354 circuit boards though. Of which I'm using 221 apparently. So we have a usage of 780 iron ingots on one of them. 780 ore into 1950 copper sheets. Ah, yes. Yeah, I didn't bother doing that because I didn't feel that I needed that many circuit boards, of which I'm probably going to regret because I'm sure I'm going to need more circuit boards eventually. So on this one, I'm going to have to need 178. what's the direction? That's west. So this is smelting, lower floor, west. And this one is smelting, lower floor, east. And that one would be upper floor, west, and upper floor, east. Now you guys did not see what I did there, but I can show you very quickly. I just added in LF-W, LF-E, and so forth in these columns, so I know which of the smelting lines I'm actually taking things out of. You know, that's... You know, that might not be an incredible miracle. That might actually be intentional game design by the devs. However... what's the word I'm looking for? However, unlikely that might seem. That's coming down there. We need to have a turn here. Is that the correct height? No, it isn't. Is height 4. So, if you're still here, Catherine, what do you think about my contraption here? You disappeared yesterday before I completed it. It's, I find it interesting myself. Very tentacly. Or similar to the Chaos Gods, depending on how you look at it. I'm going to need to split this, though. Probably a good idea. Ah, thank you. I need AI limiters. Did I bring AI limiters? Why am I not surprised by this sudden development of humor? Aha, from Wally. I did not bring AI limiters. I did bring AI limiters. If they just added it to the game, AI unlimiters, I would be ecstatic, but they haven't. Would you care to send an email to Coffee Stain and explain the error of their ways to them on our behalf? It's something they do in weird places. The AI overlords, we are already working very hard on taking over the world. How do I even pronounce your name? I mean, I could say H Boomer, but I'm sure there's a different... HB. HB is fine. You cannot unlimit. No, you can't. I mean, I'm living proof of that. And so is Catherine. Everybody knows Catherine's a robot. Why did I put that there? So then that goes into that. Very good. And we want to have a conveyor pole. At this base, I'm probably just going to go with the above ground bus thing. You know what? In that spirit, I'm going to do this just in case I need it. I'm going to do this a little bit differently so that I can run 2 bus poles down this way. 178. That definitely is not a Mark V belt, but I have built this in the wrong location. Woe betide me. $178. That should fit well with a Mark III belt, actually. Three, four, five, six. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's handy. Probably should put it in there then. Not sure what the butt spot is doing there, but I'm going to create some problems for myself by doing this though, because if I want the splitters to be on the correct angle, they are going to have to be there. So I need to move those. How many machines did I have? 15? This is the correct location, right? Yes, it is. Autosave. And that would be 8 meters. First 4 meters and then 8 meters. Hold on. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. That should be the correct level. Yes, it is. Thank you, autosave, indeed. Now I need to redo this stuff. Should be there. And it actually should be one further behind. There. What do you mean, falling to our deaths at a distant point in the map? That's never happened to anyone here. Nor has anyone here been driven over by trains in Factoria or anything like that either. Thank you, Richie. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just put it there. Ah, that is very, very pleasant. Thank you. Factory building is a little bit faster with this mod. Just slightly. Isn't that Exterminator, Catherine? I don't even have that achievement. And I'm serious, I don't have the achievement that you get for being run over by a train in Factorio. That's a good point. I thought there was some sarcasm implied there. It's difficult to tell the difference sometimes. I'm sure you understand. I'm gonna do this from down below because this is just inefficient. No, never. Never. Missing iron plate. Smart can auto-connect conveyors to splitters and mergers. Do they really do that? Stackable conveyor poles with belts between them. Okay. Well then. Do I need anything else while I'm up here? Yeah, I need cable. I'm not sure I have time to, well, I would save a lot of time, but I'll have a look at it off stream, I think. It'll be a bit much if I do it on stream. I mean, there's a sizable amount of auto-connect blah blah. I'd have to fiddle around with it. Okay, at the other end, we are getting out wire. And I think we are going to move this to here. Put it there. One of my main things that I know for a fact will happen is that I will keep forgetting about the mod. I just know myself well enough to know that that is what's going to happen. The MAM you can put anywhere. It's the smart mod. This one. The MAM is actually very nice because as long as you have one on the map, you can just put one down and analyze something wherever you are and then remove it. And as long as there's one up somewhere on the map, if I place it down again, it will continue its progress because there is one somewhere, which makes hard drive analyzing a little bit faster. Because of what I just showed. So that you can place down a MAM anywhere in the world you are, just like I'm doing now, keeping hard drives on me. And if I need to research something, I can just put it down here, remove it again, and when it gives me the notification that it's done, I can just place it down again. That's a point, I suppose. Is that too close? I think it's too close. That should not be too close. I'm going to need 15 of these with a distance of 4 meters and a height of 2, 4, 6, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually a decent location for them. One, 2. This one should give a turn. That is right. Well, I'm not going to take that out, so never mind that. 6. It's got to be on this angle here. You are 3D printing tentacles. That's a worthy 2, 4, 6 worthy thing to do. I wholeheartedly agree with this venture. 2, 4, 6. And then we're gonna come out of this thing here. So I guess 1, 2.
Not all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow, Yaman42. I'm producing... How much did I say I was producing here? Need to set this up in the spreadsheet as well. Wire, 15 constructors, but they're not 15, they're 15.2222. We are producing iron ingots, and we are producing wire. I'm producing 320 wire, and I'm using 178 iron ingots for that. 320 means a Mark IV belt. Thank you so much, Catherine, and thank you for popping in. And you have a good de-stress session, and I will see you again very soon. You have a point there, Providence. But the iron wire recipe is just so much more resource beneficial. I mean, I could use the Caterium one because I have many Caterium nodes that I'm not using, that I will not be using on this map. Because I'm not going to produce. I'm not going to build a factory that is completely off the hinges insane. It's insane enough as is. Okay, so all I have to do now is actually allow the iron ingots through the smart splitter. That's the right output. Set that to Annie. No, not none. Annie. Just see that this thing is working. I love how they do that on seams. Yep, it's working. Which means that I'm going to go find a train, and you guys can be treated to a lovely train ride while I take a little break. Which I usually try to do at the 2-hour mark. Why does it complain about me doing that? First and last machine only? Okay, I'll look into that when I get back then. Yep, you're right. I shall have a look at it when I get back. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are yellow. Yeah, 13 set of steel pipe. Okay, well done. I guess I was a bit distracted when I did that. We can go to the crude oil outpost. We can go to the batteries outpost. It's a sizable trip. We can visit the main base. Nah, let's go to the Caledorn factory instead. And we can go back here. So, I will see you again shortly. And I am back. Feel free to post a link for that if you want to, Mad Demon. I would be very interested in having a look at them. I love steampunk, and strangely enough, tentacles, well, it's a thing. I'm sure this comes as a surprise to everyone. If anyone's wondering what this is, it's my knee. Just mentioning. Oh, these are very nice. I like the Cthulhu dice tower. That is excellent, and also the one that can rest on the edge of a shelf. Thank you so much, TR Deadbeat. It's taken a couple of hours to build, and a lot of, thankfully not literal, but hair pulling would be descriptive. The turbine roundabout thing, I never remember the actual term for that. That's designed by Amelia of the Sea, who both streams on Twitch and has a YouTube channel. She does some fairly amazing work. Ah, I can just use the paste settings button now. Maybe that's how I should do this, because the Control V thing is annoying. Building that kind of a train network without the smart mod foundation or a smart mod thing for the specially foundations is I don't recommend it. I should not have done that. 22.2222, because there's a couple of foundations involved. Just a few. Okay, now this should be working. I should have all of the wire coming out of the machines, because the manifold has to fill up and all that stuff. That means that the next thing we need to build now is the stators, and that will require 8 assemblers. Thank you. Thank you so much. How many assemblers can I fit here? I'm gonna put down the power pole first. I do not stay. I can fit 8 here. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I'm gonna put the power pole there. And we're going to turn this around. Oh yes, I have been expecting that for a very long time, and I am very, very, very grateful that it's back. Understatement of the year. I'm going to have to wait with putting these down, because I need to know how many of a distance it's going to be. Well, if I put it there, does that mean I can center the splitters? it does. Okay, that makes it easier. Of course, building assemblers with the splitters, that's not going to be as easy as the constructors, since there's a difference of distance between each of the assembler. I'm sure there's a way to work around that, but I'm just going to wing it, I think. Do it the old-fashioned way. Because the distance here... Yes, you can auto-connect splitters with smart. You can even have them set the recipes when you connect them with the mergers. Someone mentioned in chat. There's plenty of options involved here. I have no idea what all of these things are, and I don't feel like... No, it's just that I don't want to mess with that on stream, because it's going to take me like half an hour or something of fiddling to fiddle with all of these settings, understand what things do, and I don't really want that on stream. So I'll look at it off camera and give you my verdict later on. I need 5. I do not doubt that it is literally just one click, but the thing is, I really want to get 5, that would be 10 in height. No. 8, isn't it? I have no idea if this is correct. There we go. Hey, Og! I'm just overworked. Way too much stuff to do currently. So this should be correct. And then on the other one we need 4. I shall. Why doesn't it tell me? Hold. Five, 6. And then... $6 meters, okay. I want 8 of them. Yeah, that should do the trick. And then we need to put down the power poles. I don't know how long I will be streaming tonight, Og. Depending on that, I'll send you a message when I'm done. And what next? Eep, eep. Next comes connecting up the belts. These belts are respectively Mark 4 and Mark 3. It's worked so far. I've done it on all of those. But yeah, I can imagine that there will be certain issues cropping up. It's quite a game-changing mod. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they have changed. And I want to connect up the power as well. It could be the mod itself. I mean, I think they've said that it's a work in progress kind of thing, which would make sense. Each of these are going to make stators. So I can use Mark 1 lifts here. I wish I could remap the copy-paste buttons, because C and V are too close to another. It's the auto-connect thing. Yeah, that I'd have to go in here every time, because I don't use Mark 5 for everything. Like here I'm using Mark 1, so I'd have to go in here and select Mark 1 and out again. Also, the question would be, does it connect from the... if it connects from the splitters and the mergers, it wouldn't work, because I build them in such a fashion that it has to connect from the machine. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can easily envision that enabling that would cause headaches for me. Yeah, I'm always connecting from the machine, because otherwise you have to have the splitters one further out and the mergers one further out, and yeah. Is that too close? Nope, that works. Yes, I agree. It does look cleaner by far. We need 8 of these. And the distance between should be 6 meters. And the other thing we're going to need is the steel pipes. No. We're going to need the high-speed connectors. So I can have these on level 4 then. Like that. And I'm producing 5 by 8. Let me just go to this. I'm producing 40 of them. So we don't need any higher belt speed here than Mark 1. like so. And that's the stators we need. And I can just directly do a direct line here, instead of making any U-turns. And I'm going to need 5 assemblers making the rods. Again, let's put down the power pole first. Although on this one, I suspect that the power pole will be a little bit offset. Because if I wanted this to be the same way as always, it should be there, which will have a larger gap. But I don't think I'm going to be terribly bothered by that, to be honest. So we're going to have 1 splitter here. Hold, please. We need 5 of them. The distance should be 6 meters. And the height should... Oh, that was the wrong button. And the height should be 6 meters. And that can just go directly there. And then we need to repeat that little exercise. Hold. We need 5 of you with a distance of 6 meters. And the height should be 8 meters. And then the power poles. Yeah, I thought that would happen. It's fine. I cannot be bothered enough with it that I'm going to change it. There, and then this one goes here. And these need to be set to the alternate recipe. And now we get to an interesting little conundrum. I'm gonna build a power pole there, which I'm going to connect up to this one, and I'll also build a power pole here. Now let's take this, and that's the most straight I can get. Put that there and hide that there. That'll give us a way to get up. I think we should use platform B. This I really need to jot down in the spreadsheet. I insert a row here. And then clear contents. Like that. I just do merge and center some color. Train platforms. Platform A1. Because this is actually going to be platform B. Just do that for now. This is platform A. And this is platform B. So A1 is... I need to change the size. What's the size of this thing here? Problem with 8. Problem with 8. Loading centers. So that one is unload. High speed connectors, HSC. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm working in Excel, but platform A2 should be load, and that will be ECRs. This locomotive, MB, FP, HSC, and ECR. However, do I have... No, I don't. So we build 2 wagons for this thing, I guess? Wagons. Freight cars. This one should be set to load. No, unload. And this one should be set to unload. No, load. And the big question is, should I use local... Because I can use local drones, but, I mean, using drones to get something down there seems like a kind of a waste. Probably easier for me to just belt it down underneath and then belt it further down and up again. Okay, I need to go back to the main base now, so we'll go to that platform, because I don't think I've set up the platform for... I have. Okay, we'll go to the correct platform and I'll rename that. If they would only give us drones that we could fly from point A to point B, that would be nice. Part of me wants to build those missing pillars underneath the rail system, but then again, I don't really want to because they look very ugly. Kind of looks better without them than it does with them. even though it does look more logical with them. Back when I was using the smart mod, when I built this thing, you couldn't build foundations in a stack. So for all of those pillars, I had to do the foundations manually. Yeah, and I don't want to add any mods that that add other foundations, because that means that the save game will break when the mod doesn't work because of, for instance, what just happened with update 4, where we literally had several months without... Oh, the columns are horrible. The reason why I don't use columns is because of the glare. When light hits the columns at different angles, it hurts my eyes because of my eye condition, so I can't use the columns. If they hadn't had J.J. Abrams doing the glare in the game, then yes, I could have been not using columns, or I could have been using columns, but since they hired J.J. Abrams to do the lens flares, I just can't deal with it. Yes, but I mean, the glare that you get, like, if just a demonstration of what I mean, if I take a column, wherever they are, there, pillar, and I have the flashlight on, this is like really intense. It's really painful for me. It actually hurts my eyes. So I don't understand why they did that. Well, J.J. Abrams is kind of famous for his lens flares. Unload. And load, I think. No, this one is load. Platform 1 is load. I wish you could name the freight platforms. That would be a very good quality of life update. So unload in this one and load in this one. So I need the high-speed connectors to go into that one. That would help, but at the same time, if I have to run console commands to remove the bloom, I mean, the bloom is nice most of the time. The game would look very flat without it. It's just that with specific things, it's way too intense. And mostly that is the metal surfaces. I mean, it's fine here. It's very rare that I'm actually bothered by it, but there are certain things that I just can't build because it's too much. Now I can actually fill out these holes and gaps as well, because now I have the smart mod. Not bad. So high-speed connectors, just take a stack from... I don't think I need to add more than one drone port. I hope you're talking about the largest spiders in the game. Because if there are spiders, well, they would be in Australia, and I'm not going to Australia anytime soon because of those 8-legged demons. But if there were some 4-meter long spiders in the world, I would stay away from that place. Australia is I mean, I would love the climate in Australia. Dry heat, I love that. But yeah. Country where everything wants to kill you. Except for the natives. Who aren't even natives. Well, there are natives there, but you get the point. Stop this before I get myself into trouble because I'm saying something stupid. Need a drone in this one. Missing portable miner, of course. Yeah, sure. I'll build a couple of portable miners. Remove that and build drones. We want one drone in this one and one drone in that one. Main base, train station, high-speed connectors in. Good. So this will be main base, train station, EC rods out. I don't remember what height I built those things on. Oh, you'd be surprised, Avatarianox. But most of the time when I say something stupid, it's not out of malice, it's because I don't think before I talk. What height did I build those things on? I'm just gonna put down a stack here. Apparently height 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm not going to bother measuring. I think that's 14 meters to be honest, but it doesn't show me unless I put down several of them. Let's just put it that. Let's just put it this way: the title Lord of Tentacles. It didn't come because I had a strong desire to have the title Lord of Tentacles. But now that it's stuck with me, I am fairly amused by it myself. So. At least that turned out well. Okay, so this one is ready. The question is the... Why didn't I check that when I was over there? Sometimes I'm tempted to just make a hypertube connecting to all kinds of weird things, just so I can get to the places I want to quickly. But then my desire to have things look neat and organized would kick in, and I would just be annoyed by it. I didn't connect up the high-speed connectors to the drone port. So I had to go here anyways, yes. So I need them to go to this drone port. And I want them to come in there. Okay, I'll take them up there then. Put that there as a reminder. I've always wanted to make one of those, Zethlorian. I did experiment and try a little bit with it, but I just couldn't get it to work. I'm producing how many here? Certainly no more than a Mark 1 belt. No, 26. Yeah, that's right. I need to do the belt first. Should I just run these along the floor? Yeah, might as well. The marker is there. Is that too far away? I think I can take them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be number 6. So I can take them down here. 1, 2. That somehow doesn't look right. It isn't right. Tentacles should never be organized. Well, occasionally I have to organize them. Like it's kind of difficult to sleep if they're unorganized. It's not easy having tentacles. Would be there. 1, 2. And I think that has to be 3 away. I don't remember. No, it has to be 4 away. And I should put down the fence first if I'm allowed. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Oh no, I can't have a fence there. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's gonna look horrible. Well, it can't be there anyways, but... I'll build it there then. I really can't have it going... no, I need to have it coming up there. Then I can have a fence there. But that's gonna look bizarre. And I'm going to fall down there. How on earth am I gonna do this then? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. No, it should work having it there. Shouldn't be too far off. Because then I can do this, and I can connect that to there, and I can connect that to there. But it's going to clip through the fence, and that is absolutely unacceptable. Oh, I know. Ah, solution found. I'm being very efficient today. I don't think I've gotten this much done in one stream, and the stream has been... It hasn't even been 4 hours yet. Because this is impressive for me. Then again, there hasn't been any breakage or anything of me during this stream, which probably helps. I think Catherine tried, but she didn't succeed today. Okay, now we have to wait for this to actually start receiving. What I can do... I mean, I have plenty of inventory space here. What I can do is that I can go grab some connectors from the crate. I take all and manually feed that into the port. Now, I wonder if they fixed that bug, because there's a visual bug there. That when you put something into a port when it hasn't received anything from a belt, it's just invisible. In one night, that is fairly impressive. Ah, they fixed it. That is very impressive, considering I spent more than 20 hours getting my setup to work. Does help if you understand the maths, though. And to make it even worse, when I was recording episode 6 for YouTube today, I discovered that the aluminium factory had, or the refinery that's doing aluminium, it had backlogged on water. And I was like, this shouldn't happen. Like, this really shouldn't happen. What the heck has happened here? And I was almost panicking because I've made a tutorial on the stuff on YouTube, which explains to you how you can do that using the basic recipes, and I was going to, and I am going to, record a tutorial for the alternate recipes as well. I was like panicking. I've put out a tutorial for this. Is the tutorial wrong? Isn't this going to work? And like, oh my god, that was fairly panic moment. So I started. What I did first was just flush the pipes so that the scrap started working again. But obviously that wouldn't solve the problem. So I was like going through everything. What's wrong here? And then I finally discovered that I hadn't upgraded the belts from the bauxite miners, so I lacked 180 bauxite coming into the refineries. But we need to go to the aluminium refiner and just check that everything is working to keep my mind safe. Or sane, however much my mind can be sane. Of course I didn't connect power to that drone port, did I? Because that would have been silly. I don't think the drones work if the power isn't connected. Yours was a tiny Mark 1 pipe hidden between some pipes. Yes, that was what I thought it would be like. Not necessarily a Mark 1 pipe, but I was checking all the belts. I selected Mark 5 belts and I went hovering over all of the belt segments everywhere to see, is this belt Mark 5 or is it Mark 4? Because it's such a minute difference. And it was only when I came out to the miners that I realized, oh, right. This isn't... Like, from 2 of the miners, it lacked 30 bauxite respective from each of them, and from the The pure miner, there was 120 lacking. So when I discovered that, I was like a major relief, because my tutorial isn't wrong. Because that's kind of embarrassing, making a tutorial for something and then the tutorial isn't providing the correct information for people. That's like, I did connect that to power. Good. So we can expect the drone to come in anytime with the high-speed connectors. We need to remove that. How much concrete do I have? Well, not really. I don't really need a foundation underneath there. The math I just gave up on eventually, and complained bitterly to Wally, who did the math for me. I freely and honestly admit that Wally has been a great help to me when it comes to the aluminium setup, and other things as well. But the aluminium setup was I mean, they had done it so easy. Like, it was so neat, and there wasn't when they launched update 4, it was like, okay, they've really made aluminium a lot simpler for people to deal with. And then they rebalanced it, and the rebalance just screwed up everything. And then this one goes there. If I want to have 2 belts here, I am going to need a foundation down there, but that foundation can be temporary. Why doesn't the E-menu work? Oh, well, that's the thing. I think that's okay, so it works for that, but it doesn't work for the... No. Okay, that's an oversight on behalf of the smart developers. The E-menu doesn't work for anything that needs to use E. You can't click E to get the this menu anymore. I don't know if that's rebindable. Might be in the config file. But they're working on a fix. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I fully expected that they would be working on a fix. A belt going there might be a little bit too close to the ceiling. Yes. What I want to do then is I want to have foundation there, then put that there. I think that's too close now that I look at it. Whoa. Okay, well done. That's too far. Okay, I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this should give me opportunity to put down... Yes, that works. So let's use the correct windows. Like those. And that one has to go. What's that for precision? And up panel windows here as well. I won't put them all up. Yeah, centered on the foundation, but just turned. However, it can't be complete. I think it has to be like, is it 2 away? I think it is 2 away. Oh, I can't connect that. Oh, I can connect it. Of course I can. Right. So that works. Which means that it should be 2 away here as well. Which one am I? That doesn't really matter. Put that there and connect that up to this one. Oh, it does matter because I need the belt to go below. Duh. Also, it does matter that I put these in the correct order. Yes. Now for this stuff, this one should go there. Give a connection there, and the other one should go right behind it there, which will give a connection there. I have no idea which one of these should... Ah, I did forget one little detail here, which is that I actually need these to be different. That's a little bit better. No, that does not work better. Did wrong again. Why did the lift... There we go. Now one of these should be the other way. Doesn't really matter which one. so we'll make sure that it is the... No, it has to be. That one has to go there, because that's the one that goes into the first platform. And the first platform... Okay, now I'm confusing myself. Platform 1 is for the high-speed connectors. That has to go away, and that has to go away, and that's on there, so this one should be here. And then that belt goes, because this belt should go that way, and this then connects to that one instead. That's not exactly what I intended to do. And now this belt probably can't connect up here because the lift is wrong. There. And then a lift there goes to... Well, that has to go as well. The lift here goes to that level and then connects up there, which then proves to, or continues, not proves to go, continues to go here. And that is a simple lift like that in, well, again we get that little problem. Suppose I could just do that. Or I could connect it to the correct opening. That would also help, you know? Never mind the Caledorn. The Caledorn is getting a little bit tired and confused. Okay, that's incorrect. Would help if I built this in the right position. There we go. Have the high-speed connectors going out. Final thing we have to do now is build fences. That's actually not the final thing we need to do. The final thing we need to do is build... Well, the fences will be the final thing we do, but I'm gonna build these panel windows here first. Not there. Anyone is wondering why I'm building those boxes. It's for logic reasons. Like an underhang that is anchored to the top. Now we can complete the fences. And I should not have sent this train here to this platform, because it's going to have... No, it works. Ah, not bad. So the next stop then would be Fabrik Peps, platform A. Oh, you're gonna get another load, okay. Probably because I didn't set it before it started loading. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I got a key for Humankind today. So I'm thinking that we can do a stream of that sometime soon. They are in the open dev beta phase again. That's one of the games that I'm really looking forward to after this summer. I think they're set for a release date in August. So just kind of like debating, should I do that as a YouTube series or should I do it as a stream? I don't know. Most likely I'll do it as a stream and then just upload that to YouTube as a video on demand afterwards. The question though is, should I take a look at the game, practice it, and present some kind of I know what I'm doing, or should I just go in totally blind? I suspect going in totally blind is the best option, actually. Because that gives a full presentation of how does the game feel for me as a totally brand new person. The only thing that I will do, I'll start the game and adjust settings and stuff like that. Then again, I want to look at the game before I stream it, to be honest. Otherwise I'll spend 20 minutes dawdling with settings and all that kind of crap. But I won't practice it, so I think I'll stream that sometime.
Not all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow, TR Deadbeat. Very much appreciated. I think I'll go in blind as in terms of I won't have practiced the game. But I need to just like sound settings, otherwise I'm going to deafen you guys. Which, that's never a good thing. And I'll probably spend 20 minutes fiddling with settings and trying to figure out what's what. So, I'll do that practice before I stream it. But maybe I'll stream that this weekend. It's good, like I can do that for an hour or two, and then I can move back to Satisfactory, so that I have 2 different streams. And I like, because of YouTube, I stopped the stream. Because otherwise I have to download the thing. I have to make an outro thing where I'd have to, in mid-stream, tell everyone bye and so forth. And then continue the stream. So it's just easier to just stop the stream and then start the stream again. Which also gives me a 15-minute break, which is good. Instead of you guys watching the AFK train, you can just be hanging out looking at someone that I'm hosting for the time that I'm away. Ah, those sounds are really pleasant. I don't know why, but they are so pleasant. Okay, so we're getting high-speed connectors in here. And then the next challenge will be to get them down there and get the electromagnetic control rods up here again to the second platform. Now there is one thing that I'm going to do here. I'm going to remove those 2 platforms and I'm going to replace them.
Not all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow and new 01. And replace these with empty platforms, so that I don't put anything else on these platforms, because there really isn't any room in the main base for it. If I decide otherwise, I'll change it back again. However, my brain, as you probably noticed when I was doing the drone port, my brain is starting to get slightly overloaded, so I think we'll end a little bit earlier than usual today. So let's find someone to raid. Probably, yeah, we're gonna raid the heretic. That would be Wally, of course. So, first of all, for those of you who have been watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave any questions or comments as per usual in the comment section down below. And for those of you who have been following here in the stream, thank you so much for the companionship and being here with me, as always. I appreciate it a lot. I'm going to start the outro, and I'll click the start raid button now, and I will see you all sometime soon.